Everybody, welcome back to Crypto Dance Announcements. I'm Eugene, your Crypto MC. Please welcome my today's VIP guest is Mr. Gowan. He is the CEO of renowned Currency.com, the first regulated cryptocurrency exchange in the world, and he is broadcasting from London, United Kingdom right now, and he will also be the distinguished speaker at the AI and Blockchain Summit, the third edition of the renowned Swiss Blockchain Leadership Summit, which will be starting tomorrow, in November 19, and will last for 3 days in Barcelona, Spain, November 19, 20, and 21st. So it will be hosted by my team and Nadia Lova. So Ivan, it's a great pleasure to talk to you in this interview.
Great pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me on.
First of all, for those who may be not familiar with Currency.com, please tell us briefly, what is Currency.com?
So Currency.com is an exchange that allows clients to bring a broad range of investing and trading together in one place. At the moment, you've got a clear separation between cryptocurrency exchanges and traditional market exchanges. And we aim to bridge that gap and bring crypto and traditional finance more closely together. So through our platform, you can trade in Bitcoin, but you can also trade in gold contracts, in FX, in indices, and in shares. And you can use fiat currency or you can use cryptocurrency as your base for your investing.
Well, what are your main reasons? Why did you decide to share your ideas and huge experience in Barcelona at the AI and Blockchain Summit?
So we're very interested in AI technologies. We're investing in AI to help traders become better traders and provide some personalized insights. We're very interested in blockchain technology in general. Obviously, being in the crypto space as an exchange, we're contributing to the wider adoption of cryptocurrencies, and we're providing crypto investors an opportunity to broaden and increase diversity in what they can invest in, so they're not locked away in cryptocurrency exchanges. I think the conference coming up is a great bringing together of a lot of talent and a lot of leaders in the industry. So we're delighted to be invited to speak and participate.
That's definitely right. And what range of topics and issues will you be covering during your speech in Barcelona?
So my main focus really is on this bringing together of cryptocurrencies and traditional markets. And there is still a huge gap. Part of that is a regulatory gap, which is slowly being addressed by regulators in a number of jurisdictions, but brings with it a lot of complication. And the other bigger trends that we're seeing within the crypto space is this move towards increased regulation. I think there is broad recognition now that KYC is a trend that is increasing over time. And sort of, money laundering is not good for the industry. And so these trends of, increased security of client funds and assets, kind of increased expectation around auditing those assets, and also kind of an increased awareness of actually, preventing the proceeds of crime being traded through exchanges. So, these are broad trends that are going on right now. I think currency is very well positioned for that trend. We're starting in a time where we are regulated from the beginning, and we want to broaden the adoption of crypto and as a very credible, very trusted investment class, and try and remove some of those barriers and some of the accusations that get put towards cryptocurrency, and sort of help change the narrative. And it's not got any counterparty risk in the way that a company does when you've got shareholders and you've got people running that company and it can go bankrupt. It's a very non-correlated asset. So if the financial markets do have a wobble, the correlation between Bitcoin price and the financial markets is very, very weak. So this is a really interesting diversification for people who want something not correlated with shares and bonds.
Well, okay. And from your viewpoint as an experienced insider who's been observing the industry in recent years, how do you think, what are the main destinations or main direction or main trends worldwide our crypto industry, developing crypto industry is moving on towards worldwide?
So I think you can see a number of big trends. I think you've got a lot of big financial players embracing the blockchain technology. You've got a lot of governments starting to embrace blockchain technology. You've got an increasing number of regulators providing a bit more clarity around the technology. I think we can't go without mentioning Facebook and Libra and Calibra. You know, I think that's escalated the global debate on cryptocurrencies and regulation and the risks involved. And to some extent, a lot of that conversation is centered around Facebook and whether it's good for us to trust Facebook with our money. You know, but it has elevated the general conversation around, you know, what does it mean to regulate cryptocurrencies? You know, this is clearly very global. What systemic risk would it pose if it was in the hands of 200 million people tomorrow? You know, so I think there's some very interesting trends emerging there. I think over the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see all of the big investment banks having crypto divisions. I think you're going to see a huge number of projects around taking traditional assets and putting them onto the blockchain. So I think this whole tokenizing of assets and moving towards tokenized securities is going to be an enormous trend over the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, whom will you recommend to visit AI and Blockchain Summit in Barcelona? What type of person would mostly benefit from attending this event, by your opinion?
So I think people who are interested in future trends, people who are interested in what's happening in technology at the cutting edge. I think, you know, that those obviously would be very welcome to come to Barcelona and learn a lot about what's happening at the sharp end. I think that includes a range of roles from executives trying to understand, you know, what their business should be aware of and maybe things that are trends that are going to be coming their way in the future, through to startups who want to, you know, meet with other people and network and help get their word of mouth out there about their businesses.
Well, and the final question I'm obliged to ask you, is it difficult to be the CEO of first regulated cryptocurrency exchange in the world, Currency.com? And what's the difference between you and other CEOs of other renowned cryptocurrency exchanges?
Is it difficult? I would say no. I think it's a pleasure. I obviously work very hard. We have a team of people that are working extremely hard. And so I find it it's not a chore. You know, I come to work, I'm at work all day and night, you know, whether that's on email or it's working at home or it's working in an airport when I'm traveling for a conference. I think it's a very exciting space to be in. I think there's a lot of disruption going on right now. I think there's a lot of new companies that are starting now that are going to be very big in the future. We hope to be one of them. So I think it's not something that I wake up and you know, going to a very boring desktop with a lot of legacy technology and you know, things that aren't fast paced and fast moving, and that is really exciting right now.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to meet this experienced British gentleman, Ivan Gowan, the CEO of Currency.com, and searching for right time, right place for meeting other great participants of the blockchain industry and to explore how the blockchain will disrupt the world and traditional financial markets, please attend AI and Blockchain Summit in Barcelona, Spain, in November 19, 20, and 21st. By the way, you can also meet with other events. Please check the cryptomc.com and find their list. Ivan Gowan, the CEO of Currency.com, and Eugene Romanenko, over to you. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, stay crypto, and see you in November in Barcelona. And thank you very much, Ivan.
Thank you very much. Pleasure.